So you eat your meal and it's super delicious. And then you start getting full, but you still want to finish everything that's on your plate. What to do? How to stop eating when that moment arises? Because probably in your head, it's like, I don't want to stop eating. I don't want to feel deprived. I want to finish everything that is on my plate. But we don't want that because we want to listen to our bodies because our bodies are guiding us all the time with these signals. They give us signals for hunger, they give us signal for satiety. And when we listen, that is when the magic really happens. So we have to start listening. So these 4 tips I'm going to share with you will help you immediately, but they're more dealing with the symptom, not as much with the cause. And I'm all about clearing the cause. And the cause, why this even happens, that you cannot stop eating when you're full, is deeper, and it's usually connected to emotional eating, your subconscious mind. And if you want to go deeper, I recommend my free training where I go really in depth about all of that. But today, let's focus on 4 very actionable steps that you can start practicing today and will also help you a lot. My name is Tiasha, and I am an emotional eating expert and pleasurable weight loss coach. And I am here sharing all I know about emotional eating, intuitive eating, how to make peace with food, and how to lose weight with pleasure. So let's get to it. Well, the first tip I want to give you is to allow yourself 3 more spoonfuls, but do it differently. Be mindful about it. Be fully present with those last 3 spoonfuls if you weren't fully present before, which I definitely recommend. So be fully present, include all of your senses, examine the food like you're seeing it for the first time, smell it, taste just a tiny bit of it, like eat really, really slowly and enjoy it fully. Just 3 more spoonfuls, because sometimes when we feel that we're getting full, we just want to ignore those signals and say, no, I want to finish everything that's on my plate. So you don't only eat like 3 more spoonfuls, but you eat much, much more. The next tip I want to give you is to give yourself full permission to eat this food next time you're hungry. This might be difficult if you're still following certain types of eating, if you're still restricting your food and all of that. I know some of my clients, they were just eating their favorite foods once per week as a cheat day or as a cheat meal, which is crazy because this is when it happens the most that people overeat. Just imagine it. If you're allowing yourself to eat your favorite foods just one time per week, then of course you will want to overeat them because you feel like you deserve them. It's just one time per day and you won't be able to eat it for 7 more days or 6 more days. And you just want to enjoy, right? And of course, you will not stop eating when you're full. It's going to be much, much, much more difficult because then you will feel deprived, right? So, what I recommend is, to go off all diet regimes, all eating plans, all of that. Start trusting your body. Of course, like that's the goal. So, it's very simple. Just promise yourself that you'll be able to eat this meal the next time you're hungry. So save the leftovers and have them later. And even if this is the kind of food that you cannot really save because it can go bad, there are foods like that, then promise yourself that you will make it a completely new dish, right? Because this is what will get you out of that scarcity mentality of, okay, it's here right now, but it won't be here later. And so I have to eat it right now, right? It's not good. The third tip I want to give you is to cover the plate with a napkin and push the plate away just a tiny bit. This will be like a signal to yourself on an emotional level. It will help you to, practice loving self-discipline because this is what it's all about. And this is not like a regular self-discipline where you restrict yourself or deprive yourself and you have to use really strong willpower as well. No, this is loving self-discipline where you do things for yourself because you love yourself and it helps you in the long run. And there's no deprivation or restriction or anything like that, because if you follow step number 2, you know that you will be able to eat that food again, but with respect to your body's signals. So when your body will show you that she's hungry again, then you can eat. Tip number 4 is to schedule something really pleasurable right after eating. And I'm going to explain to you first why that works, and then I'm going to tell you a bit more about how to do it properly. So it works because when we have that feeling of, I don't want to stop eating, it's so good, this is usually related to positive type of emotional eating, which I call the antidepressive. That one is very connected to how good you're feeling and how much joy you're having in your everyday life and how much pleasure you're experiencing in your everyday life. So there's this concept I teach, it's called the pleasure tank. And imagine it's like a tank, invisible tank that gets filled up, like a battery gets filled up whenever you are experiencing true pleasure. It has to be true pleasure, right? Not false pleasure. This is important. And of course, when the pleasure tank is full, you're feeling really good about life, about yourself, you're feeling a lot of joy and all of that. So we have to make sure it's full. But like I said, it doesn't get filled up with false pleasure. So everything can be a true pleasure and a false pleasure, right? So we have to look at the differences. So true pleasure is something that not only gives you pleasure in the moment, but you also benefit from it in the future. Now, false pleasure is only pleasurable in the moment. So if we look at eating, eating can be both. It can be true pleasure until the point of satiety, and then it becomes a false pleasure, right? Because you start overeating, you start going against your body's signals and all of that, which is not good, not recommended. So what people usually do is that they try to fill up that pleasure tank with overeating. So when you are experiencing those thoughts like, oh, I don't want to stop eating, it's so good, it's not going to work. Even if you continue eating, it's just going to be false pleasure. You're not going to fill up your pleasure tank. So it's a waste of time and food and all of it. So it's time to practice loving self-discipline. So how to do this is that I want you to actually schedule that in advance, and you only need 15 minutes of your time. And I know what you'll say, oh no, 15 minutes every day or every time I feel triggered with every meal. Yes, 15 minutes. It's not about having time, it's about making time, as you probably know. And think about it this way, if you take 15 minutes every day just for that, and it will help you to stop overeating, and as a benefit, you will lose weight with pleasure, you will be more connected to your body. What does that mean? You will stop worrying about food and body in the long term, right? So it's totally worth it. In the long run, you will actually gain time. Now, what to do? This really depends on a person. I want you to compare the pleasure of eating to other activities, and I want you to find activities that really give you a high form of pleasure. Now, for me, when I was still struggling, that was reading a really good novel. I love science fiction novels. And back then, I only read like self development books. So reading a novel was truly pleasurable for me. Or it was dancing or going for a walk in nature. Or, just watching your favorite TV show for 15 minutes. Super pleasurable, like all of these things. But you do you. You have to find what feels good to you, what gives you the most pleasure, and schedule it in advance. And I can assure you, it will be so much easier to stop eating if you're dealing with positive type of emotional eating, and you'll do that. Because when you'll be eating and you'll feel satiety is coming up, then you will know that you have something to look forward to. And a quick tip, if you want to experience even more true pleasure, is to eat mindfully, to really eat with all of your senses. And I have a whole video on that, and I'll link it down below so you'll be able to see it. And also, again, if you want to go deeper and learn about all these different types of emotional eating and all of that, then definitely watch the free training, which I'm also going to link down below. So thank you for watching. Tell me in the comments which one of these 4 tips will you start practicing, or perhaps you're already practicing some of them, and also share your tip. What helps you to stop eating when you're full? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to learn more about emotional eating, intuitive eating, making peace with food, and losing weight with pleasure. And click the bell button so that you can be notified the next time I post. And I'll see you then. Bye.